with our loveful and pure feelings. We all collectively surround the Gulzar by these pure feelings, loveful feelings. And it is through remembrance of Baba, all the powers. For so many years after Brahma Baba, Dadi Gulzar was the medium to bring Baba in front of us. So she served through her chariot, and Bab Dada came and served and sustained children for many hours of the day. So while thinking of her, we send feelings of pure love and we spend these 10-15 minutes in sending the rays of light, of love. So in silence, while taking Drishti from Baba, we still send vibrations of love for her chariot.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 9, Soul Consciousness. A drop of awareness 5 times a day. Kindness, patience, clean and pure. Now we'll be listening to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. It is good to have expectations from the body, but sometimes there are more than body can practically manage with it. And I think that the quality of patience is very important for that. We always want to accomplish a lot. And for that, we allow there is some kind of tension or stress in the body. But yes, we all have to accomplish the task, what we have to do. But deeply within, if there is patience, you will still get it accomplished. My experience is that whatever I have to do for the day, if I'm totally focused and clear, within whatever the time limit is, I'm able to finish it. Yes, everyone has a lot to do, but then if we keep rushing, lack of focus, lack of concentration, our energy is still very scattered. Or even this thought, oh, I have so much to do, I have a lot to do. So there is very, very subtly, it's affecting our brain, tension, stress of some kind, anxiety, which definitely affects the body, the health of the body, and also of mind too. I at least keep reminding myself, and I believe it, that you accomplish everything with patience, where you do not cause any discomfort to your body or even to your brain. So I really like this quality of patience. We all know that there is a time in our lives where we can run, right? And then accepting that now I have to have patience, but I will still make it. Many, many people now, when I see them, something happened to their bodies, I always tell them, "Uh, you have to slow down a little bit, right? But deeply within, there is this expectation. No, no, they don't feel good about it. Why have to slow down? No, we had one mother, Jewish mother, in Harmony House, was very active. Mm. And then one day I saw her in not too well. I said, like, can you slow down? Mm. And she loves me. So she keeps reminding herself, Sister Mohini says, slow down. And it was good because she used to fall a lot and she slowed down and still she was managing. So to have patience is very, very important. At least I keep reminding myself that I have to have patience, patience in my thoughts, because too fast intellect, too fast mind, too many ideas, too many. So kindness is expressed in the form of patience. And if you have it, then the energy or the atmosphere which you create around you also is not stressful. Because if I am stressed, then all others around will also certainly feel that stress. I feel in Baba's family, in Brahmin life, or Baba's task, just be loving, smiling, peaceful, and do everything with patience. I know sometimes, we have Sunday morning now, we don't have but long queue for Bhog. Mm. So those who are serving, they say, oh, such a long line. Oh, it's all right. They will wait for a few minutes. They will serve with in Baba's remembrance. They start putting plates very, very fast. No, that's not how Bhog is served. Bhog is always served with love and remembrance and with patience. so that the energy of Baba's presence and love stays, but not just action. Sometimes otherwise place start looking like just the action, right? But really aim is remembrance of Baba. Yes, Bhog is important, Brahma Pujan is important, efficiency is important, management is has to be there, but no rush. If you do it quietly, nicely, lovefully, it will be looks like unique and different at Baba's home than any other places. It, patience also has a beautiful energy too. Even when you have to decide something, within inside you go have patience or silence and then decide. So my internal thinking, use of my abilities then affect the body. Some always have some kind of anxiety, which is very deeply connected with uncertainty, insecurity. We know Baba has given us knowledge of drama, but still we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So that's why Baba says, be ever ready. And suddenly, so my stage has to be such, whichever power is required, I should be able to emerge and get the task done. Because this partnership between soul and body, it's a partnership, right? Because whatever action soul perform through the body, it comes back as sanskars. Then from sanskars again the habits, again the thoughts, action. So it's a very deep partnership. So if you want body to cooperate all the time, as Baba talked about power of body, Baba used the word. Before mind, Baba said, power of body, then mind. Because your ability or capacity could reduce, right, with the age or any kind of ailment. But it's the power of mind in which patience is a great power. Dari Janki always used to teach us, even patience with the time. Have you ever seen clock running? We run and we say clock is running. We say, oh, time is going very fast, but time doesn't go fast. So really there is with patience, you will be able to manage your time in such a way. And now because we have to integrate, it's not we have to do, I have to do it in Baba's remembrance. That's the big thing. It's not I have to just speak. No, I have to speak in such a way that in soul consciousness, in remembrance of Baba, I am speaking. So in our actions, I have to use these organs in Baba's remembrance. Even if it's chariot or driver, but I have to see how to use this chariot in a proper way. We always think in a maximum way. but that's not kindness, right? So just be careful that there's no accumulation of anxiety or any kind of worry. Just in love of Baba, peaceful, have trust. So deeply understand how much effect mind and intellect has on the body. And then, of course, through the body, it comes back to the mind. It's a very, very beautiful way to, in that partnership, to integrate getting actions done. But soul needs remembrance. So I'm doing in remembrance of Baba. That karma yogi stage. Whatever I am doing in Baba's remembrance. There will be double impact of what we're doing, what we're speaking. Everything will have manifold success and service if there is remembrance of Baba while doing actions, soul consciousness. Why we are actually talking about the matter or nature as in the form of body? Because I have to use these eyes to look at others as souls and share God's love through the eyes, through Drishti, right? So purity is important. If there is body consciousness still, that means my mind, my eyes goes towards anyone's body, any body. It's lack of purity, right? Because then when I have to give Drishti, I won't be able to give God's experience of God's love. That is why in Path of Devotion, they compare the eyes with lotus eyes. You are seeing things, you are still detached. Because it's through these eyes, same eyes, we share with each other God's love. So when in body consciousness, when I'm seeing something, I immediately see the faults, shortcoming, weaknesses, sanskars. So my eyes are not clean then, right? Eyes went, so eyes has to see. It doesn't need to see everything. Even what you see it from soul consciousness. Otherwise, we create very subtle karmic account. And then that karmic account remains in the form of wasteful thinking. That means I'm losing my income. I can use the thoughts to remember Baba, to churn the knowledge, and I'm having wasteful thoughts. So, purity, the soul consciousness is purity. So, drishti, eyes are very important. Even our face, Baba says your features not only show your future, but can also give the vision of a stage of perfection or angelic stage. or Baba's light. So it's important to keep eyes and also face, and it's coming from my pure awareness from inside. It's not I do keep my face good so that looks good, but natural feelings of divinity from the face, spirituality, not like lokic face. We can focus our eyes, right? But in lokic, people's eyes are wandering, right? They see here, there, everywhere. Within 1 second, they will see everything all over. But for us now, we stay focused. So because the vision, revelation of Baba has to happen through us. So it's not only through soul, right? Soul in the body, embodied soul, or Jivatma. So that's why body is important. That means our state of mind is fully expressed through our face, our features. Every quality, peace, a lot of people say, they look at us, they go, oh, some people say place is very peaceful. They don't say you all are peaceful. So I say, well, they should say you are peaceful. But they say, oh, this place is so peaceful. So one time I asked someone why there is peaceful, because we all are peaceful. Mm. So time has come where through my presence, through my eyes, people can get trust, their sorrows can be removed, they can feel God's love. So it's very, very important. Many will look at the forehead and they can see sparkle from this little tiny star soul. Very, very clean space. Many Lokik people say, one sister Gayatri, myself, we were in Queens, and Lokik person said, how come you all have clear eyes? So it's clean, it's clear, because internally we are very clean. We don't have any jealousy, comparison, competition. No. Each one of us, I am unique, I have my own part to play. I can never play anyone's part, never think even. So appreciate whatever part other one is playing and play your part. Whenever I see someone, whatever, oh, I said, I don't think I could do. So I won't criticize, rather I support. Bless you, you keep doing what you're doing because necessary, right? I won't be able to do. So very pure drishti, very, so drishti is, eyes are part of body, right? So that's the purity. And it's different, when anyone looks at you, it's a kind of feeling of love and cooperation. Yes, we support you. That's the biggest thing we can do in life, make everyone feel supported. Mm. Because that's where the good wishes come, right? If I see someone really doing lot, everyone in their way, I always kind of, yes, my love is there, Baba is there. If you need any help, cooperation. So, soul in the body creates that presence, right, of the qualities. So clean attitude and very, very pure drishti. And also our own, any kind of traces of vices leaves big impact on the our parts of body, our organs. Whatever people say, but medically also, liver anger has lot of effect on our liver. Greed has impact on the body. Every vice, the traces of vice. You don't have vices as vices, but subtle traces, the sanskars, have effect on our body. So purity is for the soul, but that purity also is deeply connected with the body. Of course, one thing is to keep our body clean. Mm. As our spaces are clean, Baba's homes are clean. Same is body is also my home, right? Soul lives in this body. So keep it very clean. And it's such a soul consciousness because if I also don't want anyone's body conscious eyes to fall on my body. If someone looks at you in body consciousness, how you feel no uncomfortable. But it's up to me. If I really create a very beautiful soul conscious aura, others will look at you as a spiritual person, not as a body. And it's very, very subtle. If devotees have to look uh, at a goddess, then she has to be like goddess, right? So this, when I am pure, then divinity emerges. Where anywhere people will see, oh, it's nice to have your vision, no? In Hindi we call it darshan. Oh, आपके दर्शन हो गए. Also, there is a belief in the morning you need to see the face of a pure and divine person. So it's a whole personality, being. Being is soul in the body. I am being of love. So the vibrations from my presence is of love. So see the deep connection between soul and body. So soul conscious relationship with one's own body, soul consciousness, drishti towards one's own body. Many of us came when we were very young. I was very young physically, but I always had aim that whosoever looks at me will look at me as a spiritual person or divine person or but first I have to see that image in myself and create that image in myself. So for that, these two qualities, internally very clean, nothing towards anyone, no one's weakness, and pure, no traces of vices. And then each one's face, features, personality will be ready to represent Baba, God, who is ocean of the qualities, with that beautiful, pure, spiritual, loveful smile. BKs have a different smile than Lokik people, right? Very loving, very detached, and always, always peaceful and cheerful. Peaceful and cheerful face. Never in rush, never in hurry, lot of patience. Doesn't mean I'm lazy, but patience. So think about uh, these qualities when you will practice them. They will be definitely uh, become the part of personality, and then well-being of the body also uh, will be experienced. Lot of healing could also happen. So we have to become worship worthy. Uh, idols will be created, but now first I have to be that Baba's pure divine image, alokik, spiritual. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, good evening. And once again, Sister Mohini, you have started this evening almost with something that each one of us, I think, could relate to. And that is the tension and the stress and the anxiety that we feel oftentimes, even as Brahmins. Because as Brahmins, we do want to accomplish a lot. And so it takes quite a lot of time and attention, I think, before we can actually pull ourselves back and do things more wisely. And what we are doing now, I think, is really incorporating that wisdom, that inner wisdom of spirituality, and bringing the right qualities and the powers at the right time so that we can really make progress in a sustainable way. So, patience. I think we worked on patience and kindness today, sorry. And you said that kindness actually expresses itself as patience. That's interesting. That if I'm really kind to myself, I will be very patient. And patience, of course, is something I think that's very deeply rooted in our relationship with time and our attitude to time. And you expressed very beautifully how we have to now change that relationship to time, to having that deep trust. I think you said that even yesterday. Our trust in purity, our trust in nature, our trust in our own qualities. So all of that will help us to go ahead and accomplish it. So why rush it? So we just have to put that break sometimes, right? I was wondering how many today were able to really recognize impatience in the middle of the day, whether it was, I mean, I don't know how many of you would have had to stand in a line. There might have been a line somewhere else, in the bank or in the grocery store. I think these days there's not much line, but there must be something that you felt impatient about. And perhaps, there were bodily effects of that impatience. So I think you very beautifully underlined and brought our attention and awareness to how deeply it affects the body, especially being that we are talking about relationship of soul and body. If we have to be kind to the body, we have to be also using this quality of patience from deep within the soul. I think patience has a lot to do on kindness, actually also has a lot to do with the habits we have of eating and sleeping and giving ourselves quality time, walking, exercising, always putting off the things, that need to be done at the right time. And again, sometimes we do it in the name of service. And I think what you brought home to us is, it's not service if you're not keeping the balance. And balance really means remembrance and service, and remembrance will automatically bring those qualities, whatever are the qualities that are needed at the moment. Also, very interesting concept of how we always aim for something, maximum. Let's get the maximum done. It's not about getting the maximum done, but it's getting things done in a proper way. Whatever little we do, but let's do it properly and really in soul conscious, with soul conscious vibrations. So very, very beautiful reflection points for kindness and patience that we have just practiced today. And connecting with that, a very beautiful context that you said also on purity. And I never had thought about it like this, that why are we talking about purity of soul and body? Why not just the soul? And it's because it's through the body that we have to reveal God's love, especially the eyes. Right? I won't be able to give experience of God's love with these eyes if there is no purity. If I'm not truly, truly using the body in soul consciousness. So seeing in soul consciousness versus seeing in body consciousness is a huge, huge difference. So tomorrow seems to be a lot to do with Drishti, right? A lot about how my eyes are seeing things. What are they seeing? What's behind the eyes? What is my attitude behind the eyes? Why am I picking up weaknesses more than virtues? So these would all be our, stop and checkpoints, in addition to actually sitting and practicing the purity and the cleanliness of the soul coming through to the body, expressing to the body in relationship to the body. There would be numerous chances, I think, tomorrow, especially to check ourselves, what our eyes are doing and what the face is doing. So should we be carrying a selfie tomorrow, camera all the time with us? Automatic selfies at certain points. So what does our face look like? What are our eyes doing? So through the eyes, making everyone feel supported with love and cooperation. How beautiful is that? And we know that we have felt that all the time from you, Sister Mohini. So when you spoke about it so clearly, all of a sudden it struck me. That's what you do when you give Drishti. Through eyes, you make everyone feel supported with love and cooperation. And that's a very nice aim to have as we interact with our family, whether it's Lokik and Alokik. So tomorrow is a very, very beautiful day on the field. Soul conscious, starting with soul conscious drishti towards your own body, but also expressing it, in everyone and everything that you see. So let's have that slide for tomorrow. I am a point of light, a living being in the center of the forehead, seated on my lotus throne. I have a clean and pure relationship with my body. I am a point of light, a living being in the center of the forehead, seated on my lotus throne. I have a clean and pure relationship with my body. So the first one to receive my vibrations of purity, divinity, is the body. Right? So today we were keeping an eye on our qualities of kindness, patience as we moved along, as we, I was thinking also the timetable has a lot to do with patience, isn't it? If we don't keep a proper timetable or, plan and organize our activities properly, we get into a situation where we become impatient in the end. And then we have to kind of, that's where the anxiety comes from. And so there's two attitudes I feel that we have to times. Some people, till the last minute, we put off things and then we have to rush. And then the others, actually, because they don't have anything else to do, they are there always there before time. And that also is not necessary. They could have used that time in something else, somewhere else. So I was thinking our relationship and habits to do with time are very deep, and we have to kind of check them as we go through these qualities: kindness, patience, and then of course tomorrow, cleanliness and purity, especially towards the body. Right, spending enough time to keep a clean awareness, check the awareness, clean it out. And perhaps the kindest thing that you can do to yourself, I was feeling today, is to be, to bring back that awareness, self-awareness, and do everything in awareness. So, very nice day coming up tomorrow. Sister Mohini, your final words.
Even if we are giving one day for two qualities or one quality, but it's just the beginning, right?
Right.
Actually, we will always be able to use whatever we experience in a day. So actually, immediately with Drishti is our attitude. We form an attitude through Drishti, or it is the attitude which comes out of Drishti, through Drishti. So it's a very deep connected is the attitude. And attitude is connected with consciousness, awareness. So soul consciousness now in practical through our body, through our sense organs, while doing actions is something very, very important. So I think we all are not having 5 drops or many drops, and it's becoming like a whole day experience. So I am very, very, very pleased that we picked this topic, and we are doing something where the whole being, the whole personality is of soul consciousness. So I'm sure we all will have many good reflections, practice, and experiences. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Journey Night Class, Jewels of Knowledge that touch the heart.
गुरुजनों को, हलमत वनवासियों की नमस्ते।
स्वदर्शन चक्र फिरता रहता है। हाँ? उनको बच्चों के टाइटल्स बहुत है। बच्चों को लाइट हाउस भी कहा जाते हैं, ऐसे है ना बच्चे। जैसे लाइट हाउस को रास्ता बताते हैं नहीं, तो कहा कोई तकलीफ से न जाके लटक, तो ये भी ऐसे है, तुम बच्चे लाइट हाउस हो, तो मुक्ति और जीवन मुक्ति की तरफ रास्ता बताते हो। नहीं तो फिर देखो जाकर के जंगलों में पड़ते हैं कांटों के, तुम रास्ता बताने वाले थे। ये तो जानते नहीं, इस दिल्ली को बच्चों को नई दुनिया में नई दिल्ली बनानी है। अब ये जो है पुरानी दिल्ली को नहीं कहते थे, बस पुरानी दुनिया में पुरानी दिल्ली को फिर नहीं बनाते, पर पुरानी दिल्ली में पुरानी दुनिया में। और तुम बच्चे जानते हो कि हम नई दुनिया में नई दिल्ली को बनाएंगे, समझा ना बच्ची। तो इस दिल्ली का नाम परस्तान रहेगा। वो जो है ना मंदिर बिरला का, उनमें ये लिखा हुआ है कि धर्मराज 5,000 वर्ष पहले परस्तान स्थापन किया था। ये दिल्ली परस्तान थी, तो परस्तान बनेगी कब, जब कब्रस्तान बने। तो अब दिल्ली कब्रस्तान है, अब तुम बच्चियां वहां पर परस्तान बना रही हो। धर्मराज के बच्चे हो, ठीक है बच्चे। धर्मराज उसको भी कहा जाते हैं, और जो धर्म करते हैं राजाएं, उनको भी धर्मराज कहा जाते हैं। क्योंकि धर्म करती हो तुम राजा पद पाने के लिए। अज्ञान काल में भी मनुष्य जास्ती धन दान करते हैं, वो शाहूकार या राजा के पास जन्म लेते हैं। तुम धर्म करती हो बहुत, क्या बनने के लिए? स्वर्ग का महाराजा बनने के लिए। देखो तुम्हारी कितनी बड़ी सभा है ये, ज्ञान सूर्य, ज्ञान चंद्रमा, ज्ञान लकी सितारे। उसमें नंबर 1 लकी सितारा तेरी मम्मा सरस्वती। तो तुम बच्चों को बहुत खुशी होनी चाहिए ना। हाँ, त्रिलोकीनाथ, त्रिलोकीनाथ नाम है नहीं, त्रिलोकचंद, बड़े अच्छे अच्छे रखते हैं। देखो हंस, हंसनी, ऐसे नाम भी है नहीं ना, नाम तो बड़े बड़े रखते हैं मद्रास में। भक्तवत्सलम, नहीं तो कहा जाता है भक्तवत्सलम भगवान को, आकर के भक्तों को ऊपर वर्षा करते हैं ज्ञान की। तो ये नाम पूरा भक्तवत्सल, ऐसे अच्छे अच्छे बड़े बड़े नाम बहुत है। और फिर शिलान में बंदर नायक, क्यों बंदर बंदर वो क्यों कहते हैं? शिलान वो रावण की, वो हनुमान के बंदर की सेना गई थी बची, तो उनके नाम वाले तुम देखेंगे बंदर नायक, बंदर, हाँ वो है प्राइम मिनिस्टर, क्या नाम है उनका? अच्छा बच्चे यहाँ राजी खुशी बैठे हैं, देखो कहाँ बैठे वो, ऐसे छिप करके भाग कर करके और आ करके ये बाप की गोद में बैठे हो। अबूई है, अच्छे अच्छे मेरे लाडले बच्चों को आप करके गई है। हमारे महावीर गजों को, महारथियों को ग्रह खा गए हैं, कम नहीं है माया। बहुत मत्था मारना पड़ता है तुम बच्चों को स्थापना में, क्योंकि मनुष्य को रिजुविनेट करते हैं, एकदम कायाकल्प वृक्ष समान बनाते हैं। जैसे कहा जाता है कायाकल्पतरु, शरीर जो छोटे में मर जाते हैं अकाल मृत्यु, तुम काल के ऊपर विजय पहनती हो। देखो देखो कैसी बच्ची बच्ची छोटी छोटी सारा बच्ची, तुम काल के ऊपर विजय पहनती हो नहीं? देखो कोई सुने तो क्या कहे, कितना नशा तुमको चलना होना। यहाँ तुम लोग को बहुत नशा चलना चाहिए, बहुत, सारा दिन नशा रहना चाहिए। बेहद के बाप दादा मम्मा वगैरह जिसकी माता उनके साथ बैठे हुए और उनसे वर्षा ले रहे हैं, कैसे? याद से। बच्चों को बड़ी खुशी होनी चाहिए सब नॉलेज की बच्ची। गुरु लोग को भी बहुत खुशी होती है। बाबा ने बताया आगा खान को 2-5 करोड़ वर्ष में मिलते होंगे, हाँ उससे भी जास्ती चाहिए। और यहाँ तो बात मत पूछो, लोगों को भविष्य जन्मांतर के लिए हेल्थ वेल्थ हैप्पीनेस, निरोगी काया अथाह धन और सजीव हर्ष, इतना वर्षा बाप से मिलता है। बाप को याद करें। अच्छा बच्ची बाजा बजा।
तुम्हारी याद कस्तूरी है जिसने मन को महकाया, सही ये बात है कि तुमसे हमने प्यार नहीं पाया, तभी तो प्रीत अखियों से, तभी तो प्रीत अखियों से ये बरसावन बरसती है। तुम्हारी याद बाबा एक अनोखी शक्ति भरती है।
किसी के लिए बच्चों माता पिता का याद प्यार और गुड नाइट।
Om Shanti. Thank you. So it's so nice to hear Baba's voice, right? So it takes us into that time. As we know that time is not running, but at least we can remember that time, right? Okay, so now we'll remember Baba. Take Drishti, share Drishti. Om Shanti.
It's such beautiful experience to be in Yagya before sleeping now, to be with Sakar Baba, to be with the whole family there. So Abhyakti Parivar is giving us such beautiful experience of Yagya. So thank you very much. I really become part of the Yagya at that time and feels as we all were there at that time. So good night to everyone and Om Shanti. Good night.